the shot, looking right, boy, clean them now.
Had a big wound, it was very deep inside my life. I never knew God wanted to heal me, now I'm living clean. Power of him got me spiffy, now I'm turned up to the light. Wounds are healed and now revealing God in me like Mr. Sheen. Well, what do you know, I'm clean. Addiction left my scene. Along with that, I'm feeling like I belong with a warrior crew. Obviously, I'm changed.
Yo, what is up, y'all? Welcome to 4DAGOAT Live. We are live here tonight. Sorry we missed on Monday, but as we were talking about a little bit before the show, we were already, man, y'all, we were getting warmed up. We were already kind of chopping it up before the show, getting into some deep stuff kind of already. But anyways, man, you know, sorry we missed Monday, but life happens, and we here now. So, man, as you know, we usually get into the music video reviews, and we've been trying to touch on some topics lately just to make it a little bit more interesting, because honestly, we all know life just isn't about music, and that's why I brought these gentlemen on tonight, because not only did they had done a great show in talking music and bringing on artists and talking Christian hip-hop, but also talking about kind of worldly stuff that's kind of going on in the world, things that are affecting everybody, but doing it in a way that was, to me, was God honoring, but also having a good time, which to me, I like to have a good time too. You know, like I do this music, you know, number one, because I love it. Like it's a good time for me. It's a stress release. I get to talk about God, you know, and everything that goes along with that. So, I mean, it's good to have fun, and it's okay to have fun, but it is important to make sure that we are God honoring in what we are doing as well. Amen. So I thought these two gentlemen did a great job. I got my co-host Strid here tonight as well. Strid, man, you good? You all right, man? You got a nap in?
Yeah. Right. So you already know.
You Eastern time. These guys are Eastern time, man. So, you know, it's late there. It's late.
But you already know, like I tell you, texted me earlier. I ain't gonna sleep till like 5:30 this morning because I was working on music last night.
Yeah, you were saying
woke up like 11:30. Yeah, bro, I was so tired. like
you got them session eyes right now.
These are kind of like my natural eyes too. My eyes are usually like chinky. Some people think I'm like half Asian, but
all right.
Yeah, but
them, like, nah, man, it's not that. It's just session eyes, bro. Not recession eyes.
No.
That's a good excuse. I'm gonna remember that.
No, you told me that. So you rested. You got some sleep. So that's good, man. That's good. Yeah. Man, y'all. So we got Marrio. We got Gil in the house. These dudes are artists. Also, they were doing a show, Marrio Esco Live. Mario saying because he didn't know what to call it, so he just went with his name, man. Marrio, man, how are y'all doing? I know you guys have recently decided to take a little time off. What's up with y'all? Mario, why don't you go ahead and start first?
Man, first of all, brother, I just want to say thank you so much for bringing us on the show, man. It's an honor. In a lot of ways, this is dope, man, because you know, we've been off for how long now, Gil? A couple weeks now.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, man, it's weird. I'm already starting to itch.
So this is like definitely bringing back, you know, that vibe, man. So I'm excited about this. But
dope. You're good.
Yeah. So it's an honor, bro. And I wanted to tell you as well, man, and thank you that for the video that you guys put together as well. Shout out to God's Music, Frankie, and everybody who showed love on that video as well. That was super dope. Gil was just talking about how, you know, sometimes you're grinding, you're putting in all this work, and sometimes the love isn't as transparent, and sometimes you're unsure if you're doing God's work or not, or if it's impacting people's lives or not. So that video that you guys put together was definitely encouraging. So I thank you for that, man.
For sure. That was dope. That was dope that he did that for sure.
Now, as far as the show, yeah, man, how it started was I don't know if you heard the story, brother, but you know, at the time I was doing like film, I was doing like scripts, we were doing like skits. I really got into
the skits,
I really got into film because of the music video that we did. We were doing like a spiritually dead music videos with a director. out here in Massachusetts, and you know, he put that itch, that film itch, man. When you see a crew of like, you know, 30 people, you have all these extras, and it was a vibe, man. And I fell in love with film, and I started learning about, you know, how to use the video, you know, how to use the camera, how to do film editing, video editing, how to put together a script, and started doing our own thing. And then I ended up breaking my toe on a film set, breaking down a wall. It was like a fake wall, like this. It had this fake brick that was built on it, like this plaster. It fell, boom, smashed my toe, broke my toe, put me out of commission. You don't realize like how important your one toe is until you break that thing. And then
that one little toe,
yo, then you completely out of commission.
Can't go nowhere.
I was just hungry to
everybody was
man.
Wondering like why this dude was the only one working barefoot. He was like, I walk by faith, real, not by sight. So I'm not looking at nothing right now and dropping stuff. I'm like, dang, this faith is strong, man.
Well, I wish the faith was strong, because then I would have healed that thing and went back to work. But man, that thing put me out of commission, man. So while I was off, I was like, man, I'm hungering to do something, man. And I had the camera already. I invested in the gear. I was like, yo, let me try. And I went to school for audio production, so audio is really my thing.
That's right. I knew that. Okay.
Yeah. So then I was just like, yo, you know what? We got the film, we got the gear. Why don't we try going live and using this camera and see if we can use like a 4K quality on Facebook or something. Let's see what we could do.
Yeah.
And then we started. Gil fell in love, I fell in love, and then off we were going from there. And it went from interviews to like, I don't know, improv to like, I don't even know what we were doing, man. We just having fun. We started interviewing Christian artists, and we started, you know, playing music videos, stuff like that.
Yeah. And then it was a digital doctor's note too, because he turned in his show to his boss, like, look, man, my foot really is broken.
Right.
Look at the show. It really is broken. Look, I can't do nothing.
I'm sitting. I can't. No, well, I got to say, man, interesting how that all kind of came about. I mean, I always feel like we always, you know, as Christians, as believers, a lot of times some people might look at stuff like, oh, man, that just happened like that on accident. But maybe I always kind of feel like it probably had a purpose.
Yeah, it definitely
I believe
did.
it had a purpose.
It definitely did,
186 episode purpose.
Yeah,
you know,
facts.
So that's one of those things where it's like, oh man, yeah. I always kind of have those words like, it just kind of happened, and I always think, no, it didn't. No, it didn't.
Facts.
It was.
There was a plan.
Honestly,
there was
like
a plan behind it.
It was planned. Yeah.
The video that Marrio was talking about, that, you know, BRM, like, you know, graciously submitted a video as well, and that what really hit me about that video, and those who don't know what I'm talking about, basically God's Music, shout out to him as well. God's Music Radio, they put together a compilation of artists that we've had on the show, and they submitted their own testimonial video about their experience with Marrio and me, and how, you know, they were blessed on the show and things like that. So after watching that, really what hit me the most is what you're saying, is the purpose.
You're right.
Is that point where you think, like, is this for nothing? Like, did we just do all this for absolutely nothing? And hearing these men talk about how God, you know, blessed them through the show, you know what I mean? Like, that's really what struck me the hardest. And it was like, wow, man, out of everything, that if there was ever a doubt in my mind that this was for nothing, like, God was just like, nah. Even if one person was blessed by the show, I am 1,000% happy. 1,000%. And he God in his infinite mercy sent a video of a crew of dudes.
Yeah, that was dope.
A crew of how they were impacted. And it wasn't me and Marrio. It wasn't us. It was God who orchestrated the show. And Marrio and I can tell you stories upon stories on how things played out for the show that we were like, what?
Oh, yeah, I bet.
What is happening? Like this, you know, God, only God could do something like this, man. And so to artists out there, the biggest thing that I walked away from is stay consistent, stay moving forward, because you do not know who you are touching, who you're impacting, and who you are truly making a difference in. You know what I
That's the
mean?
second time I'm hearing this, man. I just want to say that's the second time I'm hearing this. It's confirmation for me, so I appreciate you saying that.
Yeah.
Yo,
like you
it's
never
real
know
talk.
who
And
you're gonna reach.
honestly,
Yeah.
it's one of the biggest things that all artists go through. Whether you're secular, whether you're Christian, you go through this. There's that beginning of that endeavor, and you're just pushing and pushing and pushing. And the best part about being a Christian artist is that you have the ability to remember that it's not about the numbers, it's not about the finances, it's not about that. Even though it is helpful, even though it is good as a steward for you to want to improve in those areas, but the world puts their whole basket on that. Like they pull all the eggs in that finance, the fame, the fortune, seeking all that. And that's not what we should be. That's not what we should be about at all, whatsoever. So walking away, seeing even just one person, and I got to see a video about 7 to 8 people. Like that to me was like, man, God, like I'm not worthy of this, but I'm grateful that you showed me this. I'm grateful for it. Not a lot of people get that opportunity to see the lives that they were able to touch.
And that is a good point. I mean, I know I'm gonna just speak on my own and what I've seen, but like I've at least been around people where I've been able to hear some of that encouragement back from different people. So like if you have not, then like you said, you could be like in this really bad space of like, oh man, am I just like you said, am I just doing this for nothing? You know, so it is really nice to be able to get that encouragement and being in a Christian space. Hopefully you are hearing that. But I do know that doesn't always happen. I'm a realist as well. So yeah, anyways, that's super dope. I'm glad he put that video together for y'all. And I'm glad you guys were blessed because I was like, I don't even know who this dude is. I'm glad he hit me up though. I was happy to speak. I was happy to speak on it. I was happy to speak on it. So anyways, super dope. Well, hey, y'all stay tuned with us tonight because we're going to get into a couple things. We do have a couple things we want to talk about. I had put in the beginning here, we were just talking about the bag in quotation marks. Marrio had put something, not just something. You had like 4 or 5 little excerpts of like a tweet or a Facebook thing.
Part of the reason why we had to walk away from the show.
So I want to read that because I read it and kind of like, I don't want to say I wrestled with it because like wrestling means was like, no, I guess that is a good word. I kind of wrestled with what was being said because we all kind of get to some of us get to a point sometimes where maybe you trying to do things the wrong way. You think maybe you're doing it the right way or whatever. So I want to read that because I was like this at the end of when I was reading it. I'm like, kind of like I was listening to a verse. I'm like, yeah, okay. Okay.
He's like, I don't even know why, but I want to say
rock,
bars.
That famous head rock that you do, man.
Right. He was spitting something. So I want to read that in a little bit. But hey, why don't we jump into a video? Just so y'all could, if y'all ain't seen Marrio or Gil before, we're gonna play one of their videos because this was one song where I was like, oh, they changed it. So I didn't know, Gil, too much about as far as what you were about as far as your singing and that stuff early on. I didn't know that you kind of did that. I seen Marrio years ago. I think it was like you were on a video with a battle, like you were doing like a battle rap or something. Video. Yeah, that Cypher one. And that was, what, 4 or 5 years ago, maybe? Yeah. I don't know. I was just kind of starting in the space.
That wasn't the right environment for me to start dropping some notes. So, I took the back burner on that one. I was like, you know what? Yeah. I let y'all rappers duke it out. I let y'all do it.
That's right. I'm going to just R&B it over here. But
I just judge.
So I was pleasantly surprised, Gil, when I actually heard y'all doing your thing on here because you had kind of put some auto-tune stuff in there. I know, Marrio, that was something new for you. That wasn't usually something you had done that I knew personally. That I had heard. So anyways, let's get into the video. Y'all can see it. This was super dope. And then we gonna just keep rolling along and see what we kind of get into. So this is called Tattoo, Marrio, Esco, and Gil Vargas. Let's check it out. This is a super dope video. Here we go.
Tattoo on my heart and leave it scarred. Help me to believe in who you are, even if they leave me in the dark. Oh my God. I don't even know why you forgave me. Feel like I'm fugazi. Can't even deal, can't it be real? Feel like I'm going crazy. I know the deal, Lord will conceal, keep me through the night. They wanna steal, Lord will prevail, lead me through the fight. I know the enemy is trying to control me, and if there's any of me dying, it's the old me. I see that many are complying with the phony, but your love is real, Lord, I thank you, God. Tattoo on my heart and leave it scarred. Help me to believe in who you are, even if they leave me in the dark. In the dark, in the dark, oh my God. Sometimes I don't even know the way. Hidden but don't care what others say. A piece of me is dying every day, but your love is real, Lord, I thank you, God.
Sitting in the darkness with a spotlight, reflection on the ground from my tears. Defeated, conceited, severely being known. Every scar like a star burns for you alone. Every step that I take feels frightening. The closer I get, it's unsightly to see who I truly am. Thinking, am I a godly man? Can lead my family to the promised land.
Tattoo on my heart and leave it scarred. Help me to believe in who you are, even if they leave me in the dark. In the dark, in the dark, oh my God. Sometimes I don't even know the way. Hidden but don't care what others say. A piece of me is dying every day, but your love is real, Lord, I thank you, God.
Your mic is muted.
Is that me?
No, it's me.
Oh, there you go. All right.
All right, my bad.
No, straight, bro. Straight.
I gotta get back in the
bro.
swing of things a little bit. My bad.
No worries.
Hey,
brother.
that was Marrio, Esco, and Gil Vargas, man. That was Tattoo.
Appreciate it, man.
Like I said, I think we had played that before. But super dope video. And for those, anybody who's checking in, maybe you ain't seen that before, y'all just saw it, man. I want to actually say something real quick about the video because I thought it was dope. I think we had played it before. And I was talking about how it was simple, but it was so dang clean. Like it was, you could tell it was shot super well.
That was Wifey, man. Shout out to Wifey for
shout out
filming
to
that.
Wifey.
Yeah,
man.
Yeah.
Many a times I had Wifey holding the camera, man.
Yeah.
So
she's always behind the scenes.
That's so dope.
She's chilling over there right now.
I love it. I love it. It was just so clean. So I mean, shout out on the investment of grabbing the cameras. I mean,
yeah.
Again,
sometimes you gotta be many parts, man, just to make it function, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. How'd that song kind of come about? Because I don't think I ever kind of asked about it. The message behind it is awesome. I mean, I love it. The whole tattoo on y'all. I mean, number one, who wrote that? Did Marrio, you write that? That was dope.
Yeah.
That was dope.
I came to figure out recently that I'm not really a rapper. I'm a songwriter.
Okay.
You know, for a minute, I kind of just fit the category of a rapper.
Because you can rap. You can rap.
Yeah.
And rap. Yeah.
But behind the scenes, I was like secretly singing. And I was like, I can't come out with this stuff, man. You gotta. So
the thing is,
actually,
Mario's a type. Everybody has one of these in their life. Everybody got one. When I say this, you're gonna be like, "Yep." You go in the name of whoever this is in your life is gonna come to your head. You know that dude or female, could be either or. That you tell them something and they're like, "Nah, bro, nah, man." And then like 6 months later, they're like, "Yo, I got this ill idea," and it's exactly what you told them like 6 months ago.
Yeah, that always happens with Gil.
That's
for years.
That's always happening, man. It usually takes me what, Gil, like 5 years, and then I finally come around to it. I'm like, yo, I figured something out. You're like, dude, I've been telling you that for the last 5 years.
Yo, he's been showing me like notes here and there, and I'm like, yo, sing. And he's like, nah, bro, I ain't no Mariah Carey. I'm like, first of all, that's a stretch. You ain't gotta be no Mariah Carey to sing, bro. Like,
Let's just
you know what I'm
do
saying? There's all types of singers out there.
That's true.
We all have to go to the best singer in the world
dude.
always. And I'm like, dude, you're exaggerating.
I would have
bro.
went with a dude at least, man. Why you going straight to Mariah Carey, bro?
I'm just talking about vocal ability. You have to go gender. You have to go gender. I'm talking about vocal ability, man.
You see what the culture does, man? You see?
Right.
Okay, fine.
Wishy-washy.
For Mario's sake, he thought I wanted him to sing like Brian McKnight. You feel better? You feel better?
Like, nah. That's not what these cats doing anyway.
You carry notes, man. You should use that in your raps. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you should sing the way you sing in your raps. He's like, nah, man, I gotta. Yeah. And here we are.
You know what it started with for real? It started from I don't know. You remember that song Feeling Like you remember that song Feeling Like Grass? You hear that song Feeling Like Grass that I put out? So I did this song, man, and I was just like, you know what? I'm just that was actually the beginning of it.
Oh, okay.
And I was just like, yo, let me just I'm just gonna let go of all types of of barriers and everything, and I'm just gonna pour my heart out, man. And I heard this beat, I fell in love with the beat. Yeah, and I said, I'm just gonna go wherever it feels right to go. I'm just gonna go, and I'm gonna fit the convictions of my heart in the flow of this thing. And then eventually, I was just messing a lot with melody and stuff like that. And I was like, yo, this is like, it showed me a wider canvas, if you will, where in areas where I never even thought of, like painting, or like I kind of like equated to like painting, like a canvas. Like when you get a beat, for me, the production is the canvas, and then my words and what I put to it, that's the painting. Like I'm painting this picture with my words. Right. And then I didn't realize that you can express yourself beyond just cadences and beyond just lyrics or bars. That you can express yourself in an emotional way with notes that can carry pain. It can convey struggle. It can convey things that you can't do without carrying like melody, without carrying some kind of note. So I was like,
you're right.
Yo, hold on a second, man. Like it opened up my brain to be able to convey things in a different way. Yeah. And so it wasn't so
I had
much
a different experience, because once he put that track out and I listened to it, I'm like, minute, I'm the singer. You need to slow your roll and calm down, because you coming out with stuff that even I wouldn't even think of, and it sounds fire. I'm like, nah, bro, you need to stay in your lane and do your hippity hoppity stuff and do your rapping bars, because I'm the singer, you're the rapper. That's the dynamic we got. And now this dude is singing. He's singing now. So I'm like,
you're ruining it.
No identity.
Yeah, you're making me think about, like, you're probably like more of a true artist, because you're very, very innovative. You know, like Kanye West, he's always saying he's like the best or one of the top best artists. But whenever I think of like a true artist now, they're able to do multiple things and come up with, like what you were saying, like painting the picture, coming up with like the whole, thing, not just rapping, but singing melodies and producing the beats. I don't know. You may have like the ability to just paint and, like you said, just come up with various things. So you may be exploring more about yourself than just like you said, just a rap artist, but more of a songwriter, a singer, producer.
It's beautiful, man. I mean, it's dope, because it's like, the main objective is to glorify God in the art, right? Like the main objective is to honor him with what we're doing. The number one, right? In the past, I used to be like, yo, if I just rap harder, like if I just go in harder and I just yell in this microphone, like, oh, this is glorifying God. Like you kind of lean on your own strength, and you kind of lean on your own energy, your own, you got to pick the trap beat, you got to pick whatever's current, you got to pick what, and you got to yell, and you got to. And then I realized, I was like, nah, man, it's you just allow God to just use you through wherever he leads in that production, man. And what I started picking up on is mastering the production. And I started telling Gil this too. And I tell all artists, anybody who's listening, like what the goal is, first of all, the goal is that you want to honor God first and foremost. So you want to put your all to the master, to the King of Kings, not to the ears of the people, to the King of Kings. That means you want to go beyond the expectations of people. You're trying to bring this to the Lord, as if like you're writing this speech, like you know, people write a speech and then they go to the president, and you're more nervous to that than you kneel before God and you say a prayer. Like you'll be more nervous to talk to your boss than you would kneeling before God. Like our mindset is like that. Like,
right, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, yo, I gotta forget about the people, forget about the ears of the fans, forget about all that. Yeah, I need to master this production. I don't even care about what anybody thinks. I need to master this production. And the goal is, like, I need to get this to the point where nobody else can recreate what I just did to the beat. Like, the producer can't sell this beat anymore. It's mine. Like, it's completely mine. I just embedded my coding, my lyrics, my everything. I just embedded my coding into this beat, and I just combined myself with the production, and now this is the song to this beat. That's it. This belongs to us now. Like, nobody can take this and do anything else with it. So from that perspective, like going into tracks now, my whole mindset is completely like, it's a spiritual journey, man. It's like I disconnect, and you just, how do I master this for the Lord?
I like that.
Yeah, I like that a lot. Real quick, shout out to Douglas Rogers, Go Ye. Our man Go Ye's in the building. He's
Go Ye, I love you, brother. What up, brother?
Reeby Verses up in here saying Douglas Rogers. So appreciate
Douglas Rogers. I love you, bro.
Oh, I can't trust you, my man Douglas Rogers. I can't trust you,
Mr. Reeds. That's what's up, man.
So hey, and I love exactly what Mario's saying. That we're gonna jump into another video, but some of the best songs that artists make are usually, it's not your normal, like, you know, you might hear something from, you know, Marrio that was kind of more like the battle rap kind of early on or whatever, BRM yelling, or Strid, you doing your hippity hop, you know, your most deaf type of trip, or Gil singing. But when you go and you do something a little bit different, then all of a sudden people like, oh, well, he kind of coming from a different space on that one. And then all of a sudden people they might even listen a little bit more. I think a lot of times they could feel it. Like you said, they feel it a little bit more, like, okay, his heart was into that one. He actually got something to say. So yeah, Mario, I could tell with that song that's what happened. You know, for any artist, that's the space we need to be going to. Not worrying about what everybody else is thinking. So super dope. Hey, let's get into another video, and I'm sure 120% we're gonna hop back into some other topic right after we play another video. But let me go ahead and play this one. This one's actually from DJ Lost and Found. We've had him on the show. He's kind of like an A&R of Christian hip hop right now. He puts artists together and songs, kind of picks the beat and and puts it all together. So he put Rashawn Jones, he goes by St. Jones, and I believe Terrence Lamar on this track. It's called Made It Out. Let's check it out. I've seen a little bit of it, but let's go ahead and play it. Here we go. Made It Out. Let's check him out.
I was in the darkness, then you made it light. Yeah, I was living wrong, but then you made it right. I know that the devil tried to take me out. I'm so grateful to the Father that I made it out. I made it out. Then you showed me what this grace about. Was on the wrong path, then you changed my route. And you showed me I could make it out. And I made it. I was so gone, I was so lost, and I was so wrong, yeah. Thought I was living, but that wasn't living, man. I was so out of control, yeah. I was so focused on money and women that I started losing my soul. The devil was slowly taking my soul, and I ain't even know. I was so low, I hit the ground, I'm talking rock bottom. Then I realized, man, you got a lot of problems. I don't know if there's anybody who can solve them. Then I met Christ, he turned my life from all for the awesome. Over and over again, you cover my tail, you fix my mistakes, you kept me from hell by giving me grace. You broke all the chains and opened the gates. You kept it so real when they were so fake, and that's why I never stopped seeking your face. They call me a loser, but you call me great. They thought it was over, but you made a way. Yeah. I was in the darkness, then you made it light. I was living wrong, but then you made it right. I know that the devil tried to take me out. I'm so grateful to the Father that I made it out. I made it out. Then you showed me what this grace about. Was on the wrong path, then you changed my route. And you showed me I gon' make it out. And I made it out.
I caught the blood and I made it out. I trust in the Lord in all of my ways. I gave him my faith that he made a route. All by the sun like the day is out. Lift up his name and I say I'm proud. No more chains on my neck. COG, I'm full of faith. Deliver me from death like 5E. If I go back, I might sneeze. A little more grace as I need. To do the right thing, let's Spike Lee. Hey, nice. His action brought me to the light. I fell in love. That's the passion of the Christ. I ride with the lawyer, the Elohim. Synchronized like a melody. If you're not matching my energy, I move with solid respectfully. I'm not a bike, you can pedal me. I'm a new car with no debt on me. I made it live with no death on me. I made it out, there's no end of me.
I was in the darkness, then you made it light. I was living wrong, then you made it right. I know that the devil tried to take me out. I'm so grateful to the Father that I made it out. I made it out. Then you showed me what this grace about. Was on the wrong path, then you changed my route. And you showed me I could make it out. And I made it.
All right, look at that, man.
Yo, was that D Nice? D Nice filmed that?
You know what?
did.
Yes. What was
Shout
that?
out
Yes.
to D Nice, man.
Is he now? Where is he from?
D Nice?
He's from
New
New York.
York.
New York. Okay, so not too far from y'all.
He's about like
Yeah, he's
4
about
hours
2
away.
3 hours.
Okay,
Well,
all
for
right.
me, yeah, four for me,
Yeah.
for sure.
Dope. Yeah, I mean that was a clean video. A lot of times in the music video reviews, we like to review the video, we like to review the lyrics, we like to review the song. This one was dope. Rashawn Jones, St. Jones, for those who don't know, I kind of feel like I've seen him grow, and I really like him. He's also kind of moved a little bit towards the singing melody. He can rap, like he can rap, but he's also moved to like some of the singing melody stuff, as well. And dope, it fits him, it fits his voice. Second dude, man, it was kind of a nice change of pace with the song, and I like to Made It Out. Strid, I kind of like I like the area that they picked for a song like Made It Out. It kind of had that grimy little area. Maybe they grew up in something that's kind of looked like that. Yada yada yada. But that was dope. Even the effects that the video producer made on that one as well. Super nice. Yeah. D Nice. Shout out D Nice. What'd you think, Strid?
I agree, man. Like you said, I feel like the shots were good. The scene was good with the music, kind of fits in with the music. It was a lot going on with that flute, and I love it. I was like that caught my ear the most for some reason.
That's true. Yeah.
But it just made me feel like I was kind of like in this busy area because the flute was so busy. So I think they did a good job panning the camera, and I mean they made the scenes look very quick and on point. So
super.
Yeah,
dope.
I don't have much to say about this, man. It's good.
They complemented each other well too. They gave each other enough bars to shine, even though they were different styles. I liked how they complemented each other, and I was really feeling the second dude's kimono shirt. That shirt is fire. I want to hit him up and ask him where he got it, because that shirt is flames.
Yeah, that was he was styling, man. Some of these young bucks, man, they be styling. Some of these young bucks with their fits, man. This North Face hoodie's going on about 8 years. It's got holes in the pockets.
Good, brother.
This thing. I'm just glad it still fits. When you're 40 years old.
Polo on real quick. I was about to rock with the black tank top. I was about to just
the tank top, man.
My swag used to be ill, but man, now my swag is covered in SpaghettiOs.
That's what happens with a family, right?
That's right, man.
Spaghetti 19s? nuts. I'm like, yeah, bro. That's
Those
the
spaghetti 19s.
19s. You know what I'm saying? The
Oh, my
spaghetti
goodness.
19s right
You know,
here.
we got to put ourselves up here, and then when you have family, you need to put yourself down here.
That's right.
And usually, whether you put yourself there or you get knocked down there.
Yep. Either way.
I was looking at my son today. I'm like, yo, those are some fresh J's. And then I looked at my chanclas and I'm like, sacrifice.
Why mine look yellow?
I'm like, how I'm walking around with some flip-flop chanclas and you got some J's? I had to go repent real quick. I'm covered in my son that I bought.
Oh my God. That's so funny. That's so funny. But that was true, man. Hey, dope video. If y'all check in and you saw your video play, man, we were loving it here. Mario, you probably same thing, man. You thought it was dope. Video was clean.
You know what I love the most is just seeing brothers come together with different talents and being able to help one another out, man. I love that, man. I always was one on my show. You know, anybody who rock with Marrio Esco Live, you know, we were always the ones yelling out for more A&Rs, more managers, more, you know, tour managers, more producers, more videographers,
shows,
more shows, more podcasts,
outlets,
more
podcasts.
Yeah, man. We always wanted to see the genre like just do what God calls the church to do, you know, build up the kingdom. And that's what we desired. So I love D-Nice and all the artists.
He's in the comments right now. You artist.
D-Nice was good, man. We love you, bro. So we love that, man.
I love that. Speaking of lifting the church, lifting each other up and all that stuff that we should be doing. I want to read something that Mario said. Was this a couple days ago?
Yeah. I've been on it. So yeah, probably a couple I've been on it.
So let me read this because I like, in life, I think we all need to have people who challenge us, make us think. You just can't be comfortable in like even your own thoughts, like because God, we all know you might have a good thought like here and there, but like usually like your own thoughts sometimes they ain't it. They're not it. So it's good to have people in your space to try to help build you up, and whether it check you or just be spitting truth to you. You need to have those people in your life. But anyways, I'm going to read what Mario said earlier this week, a couple days ago. Bear with me. My kids who are in 5th to 6th grade read better than I do. So I just, you want your kids to be better than you are. So anyways, I'm going to read this. Here we go. When you seek the Lord, the world will mock you, tune you out, overlook you, and flat out ignore you. They wish to drown out your voice because of who you represent. If they're celebrating you and lifting you up despite the truth you proclaim, that's when you should be concerned. To my celebrity saints, they accepted this as success, along with tactics used by the world to make $1 off every follower or fan. How do I know? Because I studied this for over a decade. I know the gurus they are disciples of. They have seminars, private one-on-one sessions, and online classes available for a cost that eagerly pay for the sake of acquiring a formula to secure your money. I'm guilty as well. I've studied these individuals. I've built with them behind the scenes. I know the motive. They tie it in with ministry and use Proverbs 13:22 as an excuse to pardon their selfish pursuit of worldly riches. They will willingly look past the verse that clearly states that it's easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle than a rich person to enter the kingdom of God. They pay no mind to that verse. I read it wrong. Let me go back. They pay no mind to the verse that encourage us to first seek the kingdom of God, and all these shall be added to you, or the one that commands to store up riches in heaven and not on earth. No, these verses threaten the pursuit of the bag. I'm not against making money, but we've adopted a worldly mindset regarding the subject. We became lovers of self. We don't look to lift one another up with a true desire to build up his kingdom. We've created our own here on earth, and we grew to idolize them. I pray we repent and go back to our first love. where it's going, I can no longer follow. So those are words from Marrio Esco that he posted, and I read a couple times myself, just to get it, because it takes me a while to comprehend things sometimes. That's just me when I'm reading, and to me, he's right. He's right in a lot of ways. I do think, and this is why I brought y'all on. One reason why was to discuss it a little bit without going too long. But like, at what point? Because it's the matter of the heart with a lot of this stuff as well. If I'm correct, or the way I see it, there's definitely a matter of the heart and kind of what you are doing. But I thought a lot of things that you said, as I pondered it and read it over, and honestly prayed on it myself as somebody who has a side business and doing stuff within the Christian hip hop genre. You know, what's my why? What's my motives? What's why do I continue to do it? And I came out of it encouraged,
that's
honestly, with what you said. Yeah, that's the number one question. So I was honestly encouraged by what you said as I kind of pondered and prayed on it a little bit more, because you're right. I think a lot of times and Strid, why don't you jump in on this, and then we'll let Marrio kind of let him talk about his own thoughts. But we talked about self-indulgence the last time we were on here, Strid. And how when I came back from my kind of hiatus, a little bit of music over the summer and vacation, and I was moving, I bought a house, yada, yada, yada. I took that. Thank you. Appreciate that. Super blessing. But
that's dope.
Yeah, appreciate it. But in seeing all that and taking that time off and then kind of jumping back in, I was telling Strid, I was honestly kind of sick to my stomach at watching social media every day and how we continue.
Yeah, it does that, don't it? Yep.
As we continue to push out stuff. And again, I'm not against it. Like, if you have a business, okay, you need to be able to like put some things out so that people are they know where to get you. You in business, you got to be relevant, right? So like you got to be able to, like, if I want someone to come and I want to do art for somebody, I got to put out art so that they can see it, so that they might hit me up to maybe do it or whatnot. But at the same time, if you're doing that with a cost that where you're like, you're idolizing it. Like, if you're losing your why of why you are doing this, then it's not good. So I was just telling Strid, I was kind of sick to my stomach and watching it. I mean, kind of being a little bit away from it. And that told me something then that I don't like what I see. And I don't like what I see in myself sometimes. So anyway, so Strid, what do you think about some of those things that he was talking about? And then obviously Marrio, please elaborate, and Gil on some of the things that you guys have seen. But Strid, I mean, I know you got things to say.
I'm just going to say, because this is a big topic.
Yeah, absolutely.
I was not ready for a big topic like this. So I'm definitely not
say whatever you want to say.
I'm not going to speak a lot about
not with them session eyes.
Hey, man. Hey. Anyway.
I ain't ready for a topic like this, man. I got session eyes, bro.
I'm just going to say, I love what was read, man. A lot of the stuff that I'm hearing today is like speaking to me. Like I've recently heard this stuff for myself. So I'm taking it in right now, like the stuff that I'm hearing from the show, the stuff that I've heard elsewhere. I know God is definitely speaking to me through these ways. And one of the things that I thought about when you read that was about how, I heard this guy say we need to find a balance, because some people are definitely heavy on the prosperity, and some people are heavy when it comes to being poor. But we have to realize that God does want to provide for us, but he also doesn't want us to be so caught up into the money and the riches of this world that we go heavily either way. So I think we had to find a balance and realize that God, he definitely wants to provide, and the riches of the glory of Christ is not just money.
No,
it's revelation, is people, is wisdom, is knowledge, is healing, and the list goes on. But we focus so much on money sometimes that it does become an idol. So I just thought about that while you were reading that.
Yeah. That's dope. And the one thing that actually caught me too, Mario, was and go ahead and expand on anything that I just read, but the idea that we've adapted. I'm glad I literally forgot it for a second. I was like, if I just keep talking, it's gonna come back to me. When you talked about the how we've adapted our own life to the world's culture. So like even in the way that even in Christian hip hop, we're still adapted the way that the world does things, even within the Christian hip hop culture. And that was one thing that I was like, oh yeah, okay, yeah, that. I see a lot of that, I've even been guilty of it probably from time to time. And I was like, okay, that's a good statement. And that's something I think for people to think about. We've done that with politics. We've done that with the Christian hip hop. Yeah. And that is one thing I don't talk about is politics. Because it's, anyways.
I got you, bro. I got you. Don't worry about it, man. We hated that all the time. Well, I don't know about Gil. Gil wanted us to start a whole political show and just like, but
no, hey, and because I
don't make
I
me
had to slow Gil down. I was like, Gil, slow down, man. Like, you talking about Christian hip hop, bro? Like,
I was looking
take
for
that MAGA cap off your head, bro. Like,
what my name is right here, I was trying to put a flag right there, right there.
This dude was always about to get us this close to being canceled all the time. I'm like, brother, man, stop, man.
I love it though. I mean,
I was definitely the ledge stepper of the crew. Like, I would go right to the ledge and just be like, step on it, and just be like, should I go over the edge? Nah, no, I'm gonna go over the edge. But like, I know Mario's gonna go ham.
Nah, not even. I'll keep it short and sweet. I'll keep it short.
Do your thing. Though.
I'm gonna keep mine short and sweet as well.
No, you're good.
I think that the whole essence of it is that the fact that we have to go to an external source, the fact that we seek out these gurus and all these people, that is the thing that we have to question, right? If we have to go seek out an external advice in order for you to achieve success, ultimately what you're saying is that you doing this for the Lord, you seeking for the Lord, and you providing this service in honor of the Lord is not enough, and you need some external source to sort of somehow increase what you're doing, therefore, so you can be blessed. And then when they get it, they're like, yo, man, blessed and highly favored. Like, oh, you're blessed and highly favored, but you're over here seeking for the blessings outside everywhere except Christ. Everywhere else except Christ,
That's good.
And we say CHH, Christian hip hop, we say all these beautiful things that sounds real nice, but when you look at it for what it is, you look at the forums of CHH online and social media, and one of the last things I see is that C.
Yo, for real, ain't that crazy? It's like the most important. It's the most important one out of all of them. It's the one that comes last. It's hidden.
Because if it wasn't first, it would just be hip hop. If it wasn't first, there's Christ in it, it would just be hip hop. But we got these people proclaiming it like, nah, man, I ain't no hip hopper. I ain't compromising. I'm a Christian rapper. All right, so let me hear your song. Yo, these cars in my lap. Yo, my chains on my neck. I'm loving all my life. Just these chains on my neck. I'm like, whoa.
That's why he don't rap. That's why Gil don't rap, man.
I don't rap. You see, it's a perfect testimony.
You sound like The Rock in that new song he just did. Like, you sound
Jeremiah. Face off. That whole thing was crazy. But yo, at the end of the day, like, the biggest thing that made us really see everything for what it is, ultimately for us walking away, is what is our true identity, right? Our true identity is that we are servants and slaves for Christ. Everything we do is in service and in gratitude to our master, our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. So your life, your desires, your ambitions, everything about you is pointing or should point to Christ. And if it's not, if every endeavor that you are embarking in, every thing that you're touching, and you're saying it's ministry, you're saying this is for the Lord, you're saying you're Christian, and it doesn't point to Christ, then brother and sister, I would highly recommend you go back to the drawing board, go back to the basics, find yourself in who you are in Christ, and then go back to whatever it is that you were doing. Because in reality, if you're not serving Christ, you're serving yourself. And if you're serving yourself, you ain't serving Christ, and therefore you're serving the other one. And that's really what made us look at all of it and say, yo, I think it's time for us to step away and really tear down these fallacies of self and worth and self and bags and all this stuff, and really focus on what
and don't get it
matters.
twisted. Don't get it twisted. It wasn't like it wasn't only revelation through studying and really just seeking our heart. The Lord done took my computer away. The Lord done took some things, shut some things down. The Lord he did some things that, you know, if you're idolizing something and the Lord takes it, that's when you really know you idolizing it, because then it feels like your whole world is done. Like, oh my goodness, everything just collapsed, man. Like, what is my purpose now? Like, what do I do now? My purpose was taken from me. Like, what do you like? I saw this video, Gil, you put me onto this video, the drummer who lost his hearing. That video you
Heavy.
told me,
It's called
Isn't that a movie?
It's a movie,
it's a movie. It's called The Sound of Metal. Yo,
this dude
it's not a Christian movie.
His hearing.
I saw the highlight.
Crazy ill movie. Crazy.
Wow.
So like things like that, where like it's like your passion, your thing that you feel that this is your identity. This is like you feel like this is, and now all of a sudden the Lord takes it completely from you. You know what I mean? And then you're sitting there like, okay, Lord, what do I do now? What is this about? Like, you start questioning things, and sometimes, you know, that's sort of like the story of what happened with us. But it goes deep, and I know we're limited on time, but the Lord shook some things. The Lord shook some things, and in that process of trusting in Him and seeking Him and reading and looking and at our lives and really just seeking our hearts, it brought to perspective where the areas that we lack. One of them being the church, bro. Like, to be honest, one of them being the church. Like, your gifts as a believer are affirmed in the body. Like, your gifts are affirmed with the saints. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of Christian artists, real talk, if you go and you take surveys like what church you belong to, who's your pastor, you quickly find out a lot of these dudes are lone rangers. A lot of these dudes are not submitting to authority. Like, they're not submitting to any kind of pastorship at all. They're just on their own, making up their own rules.
That's dangerous.
And then when it's like, how do we know? Like, we all saying we're Christian. It's like Christian hip hop is like a different thing from Christianity, because we accept anybody in Christian hip hop without even looking at anybody's fruit, without digging anywhere. It's just like, I'm a Christian rapper. Boom. Okay, brother. Like, now you brother. Like, we don't check. We
perfect
don't
example.
We don't. What this dude could be out there and doing whatever he wants to do, living any way that he pleases, and yet we're doing features and we're like, yo, brother, look, yo, what's up, my Christian sister, and it's like, how you really know? Like, do you really know? And so then now it's easy to adapt to these. Now you know what happens is now you're competing with people who claim to be Christian and really they're not, and you're competing with them because they're going wherever they want to go to get success. And for some reason nowadays, I don't know what it is, but some reason the more sensual, the more you know, the more you dabble with sin, the more darker you look. Like the more, they love it. They're like, oh, that's the real one. That's the one who speaks for the culture. And we done took the pastors in the church and we shut them up. And we said the rapper in the world who says he's Christian, that's the one I want to be like. That's the one we got to follow. And now they became the leaders and they're headless Christians. They don't look at the head of the church is Christ. You get what I'm saying? Like, and that's his body. If you ain't part of the body, how you carry that first C in CHH? How do you even carry that? So it's the wild, wild west. It's crazy. And people are just taking these practices of the world for the sake of success. And they're kind of, they're shining more than the people that truly want to honor God. Like, let's say, for example, like when I was coming up, I don't know how far you guys go into Christian hip hop, but we had Lamp Mode. We had Wrath and Grace. We had Christ-centric. We had cross movement. And I know this is the argument, right? This is the thing that they don't want. This is the argument they deaded. They deaded this. They were like, oh man, that's them. Let the young ones come up. Let this new wave come through. We about business. We about the numbers. We about the shows. We about this. We about they're embracing messiness. They're rocking it proudly. And they're like, those dudes that rock Christ, the robe of Christ, is too clean. Get them out of here. Put them in the church. Those are pastors. Get off the stage. You know why? Because the performers belong on the stage. Pastors, get off the stage and let us kill this because the performers belong up here. Get that Christ stuff, keep that in the church. But you, CHH, you Christian rapper, right? None of that makes sense. None of that makes sense. And so when you look at it and you're on social media and you look at it, I know what I'm becoming. I know what's happening to me. I'm going to be the next Shailin, the Hazakim, the next dude who's old, washed, and now he's seeking the Lord. He didn't make it, and that's why he's hating. He didn't get the numbers, and that's why he's hating. But you know, the truth is that I got some things in the bag that I'm so excited about that I'm like, yo, deuces, man. Like take what you have. Deuces. I'm out. I'm on the rocket ship. I'm out of here. Take what you have because I'm about to show you up with theological, biblical truth. I'm about to show you up with some biblical truth, with the desire, bro, with the desire to honor my king. Now, I know our hearts are wicked and deceitful above all things, so I got to check myself. I know that's there. I got to check myself.
He's godly and prideful
bro,
at the same time.
Because you know what? You know what?
I'm about to show on.
Listen,
y'all better retire.
No. Yo, I hope to God that when it comes out, like, yo, it gets artists like thinking, like, hold up a second. Like, hold up. Hold up. We can do. Hold up. What is he doing? Like, what? I don't even know. I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm like, yo, I'm just following the Lord, and this is crazy. I'm like, yo, I don't know what this is.
Maybe
like,
if I follow the Lord,
maybe that will work.
I'm on some of these tracks and I don't even know what he's doing. I'm like,
I don't know. I'm like, yo, whatever, man. I just want to master this thing, man. I want to So anyway, my thing is like, I understand what people are saying. Like when they say like, okay, let's say the argument is like, well, a lot of these dudes that were like that, they don't have a place in it because they don't really seek to master the art. They just want to use it to give theology, right? So they're pretty much giving sermons in a song. Right. And I get that. I have the argument. I'm like, yo, yes, if you have a calling to be a pastor, get off the stage for real. Like, get off from behind the mic and go preach. Don't be prideful. If you're called to go do that, I mean, you could do that on the side. That's your business.
Sure.
But don't take up space in an area where real musicians. It's almost like the past. The person that comes to the church and says, I have a calling to be part of the choir, but they can't sing for nothing. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, you let the church affirm those gifts. Let the people decide that. So I get that. I understand that. The pastors who are not called to be in behind the mic, yes, come from behind there and go preach. I get that. But when it comes to the artistry, bro, as Christian artists, Your desire should be first and foremost to honor God in your home, behind the scenes, off the stage. And the most basic one of that is submitting to the pastorship of the body of Christ. That's the first and foremost. If you don't got that, dude, don't even rap about nothing. Faith without works is dead. Don't even do it, bro. Like, first step, go to the church. Number one,
go to church.
Find out
read the Bible.
What it is. Yeah, read your Bible. Like,
say with your chest.
You know what I'm saying? Like, some of these take care of your kids. You know what I mean? Like, take care of your wife. Don't go hunting down your dream to become this famous rapper, and you're going in debt. Yeah. You're going in debt for the recording studio. You're going in debt for the music videos because you really believe, because that's what the world says, right? You got to sacrifice. You got to give it your all. You got to live in a trailer. You got to live in your car because that's what they did. I told my daughter like this. I said, baby, if you want to become the most successful musician, you want to become, she's into like mixed martial arts, if you want to become the most successful fighter, if you want to become the most successful, I'm gonna tell you how to do it. You have to devote your entire life for that thing, and most likely you might become the best in the world. You will. Right. But let me tell you at what cost. And that's what I told her. Your soul. Yeah, at the cost of your soul, because you're not to be a slave to these things. If you want to be the best, I'll tell you right now, anybody listening, you want to be the best rapper, yo, look at Joyner Lucas. Listen to Joyner Lucas's story. This dude devoted everything he got, and he says it 24/7 for real. Lack of sleep, all that, devoted to the booth. He became a slave to the art, to the point where he, now he's the best at what he does. But at what cost, man? Who are you a slave to? You a slave to the art? You a slave to your career? Are you identified in your career? Is that who you are? Are you a rapper? Is that who you are? Yo, who we are, who our identity is found is in the object of our faith, Christ Jesus. And if you're ashamed of that and you bashful of that and you're saying this don't sell, then take that C out of CHH. Take that C right out of there and just go in the world, man, and go do your thing in the world. That's it.
Hip-hop.
The thing is that we as people, we're always looking for something to serve. That's just how God created us. That's why you have so much addiction in this world. That's why you have so much of these things, because we're always looking for something to devote ourselves to be a slave to.
Q Flow. We love you, brother.
That's just how we operate.
Yeah.
God has given us the opportunity through His word to be a slave for Him, the greatest master of them all, the one who provides, the one who loves, who sacrificed his. I don't even think people truly understand what it is that you are when you say you're a Christian. Especially if you got a kid, you have a son. Would you sacrifice your son for your neighbor so that neighbor can have life? Like, really think about what Christ did, what God has done for you to be like, you know what? I'm a rapper who happens to be Christian. Don't call me that. Don't put me in that box. Like, really?
You should be proud of being that.
You're talking about the God who sacrificed His only son so that you
but
can
that don't
breathe.
sell. You know what I mean? Like, that don't make money.
That don't sell.
That don't sell. That don't make money, man. That's not good marketing material. How are you supposed to sell that?
And what Marrio was saying in that tweet, the fact that they, if you're doing this for the Lord and you're wholeheartedly sold out for God and you're a slave for Christ and you're really going hard, and they love you for it, there's something you're doing wrong. Because in the word, Christ specifically said, they're going to hate you
because they hated me first.
Because of me. Because they hated me first. So now you have all these believers out there like sharing the stage with unbelievers. Like, it's nothing. Like, it's just cool. And I'm like, yo, there's something you're doing wrong. There's something.
I'm telling you, man, it's at the point where like, if the devil was to come out and be like, yo, I'm here, there'll be still dudes out there still trying to make it. Like, there'll be dudes still out there still trying to sell out shows and like, forget that, man. We still trying to make money, man. Don't ruin my career.
They were like, nah, they were calling for a feature. They were like, yo, you ain't beating me. I got a feature with Satan.
Yeah. But yeah.
Well,
that's
like,
man.
Hey, well, I'll say this. I mean, I thought the tweet, the Facebook post, whatever it was, you know, I thought it spoke truth. And I think it is something that people should look at themselves, you know, on the daily. I mean, especially if you're
all the time, bro.
I mean, that should be on the daily,
all the time. Yep.
But I don't want to get off. I don't want to get off without saying, like, yo, we are not about people making money. We're not against that.
Oh,
we're not against people.
Yes. That's important
at all.
Matter of fact,
really
you should be.
I mean, going out here like, oh, these dudes, they over here talking about not making money, but they're really about making this money.
Good point.
Like, no, that's not. It's not about that. The point is when you put your endeavor, your ambitions, and everything that you're going for over Christ.
Facts.
And your journey to those riches in the bag becomes your priority rather than serving in your church, rather than serving your family, rather than serving your local body. If you're not involved in your church and a ministry, then you shouldn't have your own ministry on your own.
That's it.
You should be serving the church at some capacity, even if it's cleaning toilets. You ain't got to be preaching. You ain't got to be a deacon. Right. You ain't got to be nothing crazy. But you should be serving in your local body and being under the headship of a pastor. If you ain't doing that, you got a lot of boxes to check off before you even start your own ministry.
I absolutely agree. I mean, it's something I've looked at on myself. I think it's something we all need to look at if we're putting that C in front of CHH. Because if you ain't at CHH, it doesn't matter. You can go do whatever you want to do. I mean, you could go and do that and whatever. But if we are going to be in this space, there are some, like you said, it's almost like some boxes we should be. Not that that's not the purpose.
I know what you mean. You don't want to put
check the boxes off, but you ought to be thinking about it, and it should be, you know, stirring up something inside. You know, otherwise just take the C off and go do whatever it is you're gonna do. So no, I just thought it was good. You know, we over here in an hour 7 minutes, y'all, which is I knew exactly what it was going to be doing.
Only two music videos,
and only two music videos. No, I fully kind of expected it, and I was okay with it. What we are gonna get, I'm gonna play one more though. I'm gonna play one. And it's going to be 3 this week, and that is okay with me because I thought we kind of digged into some stuff that needed to be brought up and should be brought up probably a little bit more often. And hopefully you got people in your circles to check you on different things. And if not, if everybody just rah around you all the time, good luck. Good luck. So anyways, here we go. I'm going to get into another one. This one is from, you know, this girl, this lady, this woman, the guy, Salachi Vaz. I ran into her on Instagram about a year ago, and she was doing these little contests like for herself, like how can I write a verse in 10 minutes? And then she would spit her verse on Instagram Live. And it was dope. Like she was super dope. Like I kind of like to I like to go over my lines a couple times and spit them and kind of figure out how I want to say them. And I got to talking to some people she had on her show. And I was like, all right, I got to try this. So she put like a 16-person contest in it. And I was like, there ain't no way I'm writing this verse in 10 minutes. I went on there and I got about 60% of the verse done. And I was like, all right, I did all right. I did all right for an old dude. And we kind of cracked up. We were having fun. But anyways, she's doing a great job, I think, at CHH right now. She's kind of, she's doing a little bit of everything. She's for the culture. And she's just kind of doing some fun things, kind of like we all kind of do as well. So I hope she just kind of keeps going and keeps doing a great job, putting Christ first and having fun with music too, man. Because I think that's fun and I like that. So she's got a song here called Salachi Vaz. It's called 7, featuring old Miles Minnick. Let's check it out. Miles Minnick, dope voice. Let's see what they got. Let's see what they got for us here. Let's check it out. 7. Here we go. Uh-oh, we got something. We got like a cinematic. This is like a. There we go. Let's go. I'll shoot. Here we go. All right, I'm gonna mute myself.
Yeah, it's legit like a
Scout
movie.
6.
It's fire.
Hey sis. Yeah, I'm here. I'm here.
Status report.
I've been scouting the city and to be honest with you, sis, I'm tired. It's looking rough. We can't do this one alone. We gonna need God for this one.
We still expect to take the city. We move out at dawn. Prepare your stuff.
We gon' do the left, stay anonymous. And we like on delay if they onto us. Now we don't wanna slap, we gon' take the whole lot. And you ain't got no time to respond to us. Now we go 7 rounds, 7 rounds, 7 rounds, 7 rounds. We go 7 rounds, 7 rounds, 7 rounds, 7.
For us, it ain't enough for the slice. We ain't bargaining nothing for life. Yeah, we cutting off all of the lights. Choosing the price, ain't no need for dice. I ain't for on my squad, yeah, we all in. Print from the deck and we fall in. Coming correct, dealt with the spec. Flavor like geek, called in. He ain't taking no sides, but he with us. Switching sides, kid, it came in clutch. We the people about to write the sequel. Keep it quiet, so don't talk too much. Putting our feet on repeat in the win that we seek, we gon' meet it immediately. With vision elite, we see when we speak and it isn't a leak, we obediently. Pull a mask over my lid, couldn't cover for what I did. 7 laps, that's a whole gig. Follow God, this is my big.
We gon' do the left, stay anonymous. And we like on delay if
Not like
they
that
onto
wall
us.
at all.
Now we don't wanna slap, we gon' take the whole lot. And you ain't got no time to respond to us. Now we go 7 rounds, 7 rounds, 7 rounds, 7 rounds. We go 7 rounds, 7 rounds, 7 rounds, 7. We go 7.
7 round knockout, everybody wanna come pop out. Wanna see who just got stomped out. Fresh out of step out of God's house.
Gotta get the devil out of my house.
And then his fans get tossed out, automatic. Champion belter, we thought he had it. Local for Congress, I'm on the ballot. You pull on my card, then it's holographic. Higher out Goldman if I get harder. I don't wanna pass this down on my daughter. All for this head like scissor hand barber. Temptation, come again, get slaughtered. Go cards up, we won again. 3, 2, 1, don't come again. Oh, you thought I run again? No, not me, not one of them. Me and Salachi, we in a party. Real reminiscent, the glow on my body. No one can stop me, don't wanna box me. I come equipped with invisible armies.
We gon' do the left, stay anonymous. And we like on delay if they onto us. Now we don't wanna slap, we gon' take the whole lot. And you ain't got no time to respond to us. Now we go 7 rounds, 7 rounds, 7 rounds, 7 rounds. We go 7 rounds, 7 rounds, 7 rounds, 7. We go 7 rounds, 7 rounds, 7 rounds, 7 rounds. We go 7 rounds, 7.
Hey, all right. That was 7. Should call it 7 rounds. 7 Salachi Vaz featuring Miles Minnick. Man, we're gonna go around the table. It's kind of what we usually do. Give your thoughts. I'm gonna just start with one of y'all first. Gil, what'd you think of Salachi Vaz's 7 featuring Miles?
It was ill. I like the vibe. I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah, that was dope.
I like the way the colors, the way the filters that they used. You know what I mean? Kind of muted the colors and they kind of made it look more like a Netflix. I was like, I wanna put this on my Netflix. I want to watch this movie. And I was like, cool. His sister's asking him, like, give me the status. I was like, if my sister said, give me the status, I'd be like, first of all, status of what? But yeah, other than that, though, it was fire. It was sick.
Yeah.
Like, I love the vibe. It was dope. Like the fact that she was really upset with that graffiti. She was not happy.
Oh man,
like,
she was gonna have to kick that thing
that
a
wall.
lot of times.
She kicked that wall like 7, 8 times. She's like, we need to make sure this gang knows that this graffiti is trash. Nah, it was sick.
Yeah, it was dope. Strid, I'm gonna go to you next. Yeah, I agree. Strid, I want to go to you next because we talked sometimes about like when in the videos when you're trying to make that cinematic. Some people do it too long, and it's like, oh, that was so phony, whatever. she used words like status and stuff like that in the beginning, but it wasn't too long, and it did set up the video.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I think if it was any longer, it would have been too much.
It would have hit that level, right?
It definitely, it didn't to me. It kept my attention. It made me want to know, all right, what's this going to be about?
The
cinematic
the only
music.
thing that I would say as a critique is that I wasn't quite sure.
It's not your turn, bro.
I wasn't quite sure because it was 7 rounds and they were destroying a tunnel. And I'm like, you 7 rounds of destroying a tunnel. I'm like, that's the only thing I didn't understand. I'm not sure.
I think we should just let Gil review it, and all of us just be quiet. This is his spotlight right here.
He's absolutely right about the fact. We have talked about that sometimes. Like, man, y'all did the work, right? Like you did the cinematic part. You got the B-roll. Maybe 1 or 2 more shots. What I mean, could have maybe totally brought that together. Like maybe some fighting. Maybe like some crop. But you got but sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do.
She could have been like, "What's the status? I found this tunnel that's full of Satan. It's just full of graffiti. Let's go destroy this tunnel real quick and show these people that Christ reigns, man."
That's right.
And then
you
that would have been fire. And then I would have been like, all right, I get why she's kicking the wall. I get why all the concrete is falling and they're dancing. Like, yeah, we destroying this satanic tunnel. We're doing it.
No,
7 rounds of this.
Sometimes I think artists may try to come up with something cinematic when really they need a director to help them out. So you got to kind of really know how to come up with those scenarios like you just did, Gil, to make sense of things. Like if you want to definitely make it more like a cinematic movie type of put some of them type of things in a music video, I think you really need to be well prepared, really plan it out too. Before you do it. So sometimes you got to be knowledgeable.
Doing the video ain't easy.
No,
it's not.
People think that you stand in front of the camera and just do a couple shots and then you realize you're like, dang.
Man, this is all I got.
I shot for an hour and I don't have enough footage. Like, what the heck?
That's right. That's why B-roll is key. You got to get that B-roll.
Mario, anything about it?
I used to think it was funny when people used to just take the camera and just go up to the sky. Like, I used to be like, what is that? Why did what did they do that for? Now I understand. I'm like, oh, they got to fill in the gaps.
You got to fill in the gaps.
They'd be like,
when you see like,
and I'm like, why am I looking at? I'm like, why am I looking at this light for? He's like, yo, I'm really get him with this artisticness. I'm gonna hit him with the Yankee candle.
That don't make no sense whatsoever. It's like
I'm gonna hit him with the Yankee candle angle real quick.
Yeah,
I'm like, that is not artistic.
Now you get it.
Why you got a Yankee candle in the whip, bro? What's going on in there?
Hey, this is wifey's whip, man.
Okay.
Right. Why they slow-mo in that? Why they slow-mo that Yankee
candle?
That's where you write. That's where you write your songs, bro. You light the candle in the whip. Start.
While listening to "Feeling Like Grass."
Oh, thank you, bro. As long as you're listening to it, man.
When you get a chance, when you go listen to this "Feeling Like Grass," when you finish listening to it, look around and you're gonna see candles lit. You're gonna be like, "Why is the fireplace on? Why is the fireplace on? Why do I have wine?"
I think is it my turn?
I think so.
I think I agree with y'all. The intro had me hooked, and I was expecting something more. The intro was fire. I was like, oh shoot, and then it kind of like then I didn't get the ending of it, so it was like I wish it would have tied up in the end somehow. Something it could, at the end. The song was dope. The vibes are dope. I like Miles, man. We played Miles on the show a few times. I thought she brought it harder than Miles. I'm sorry, Miles. I love you, bro. But she brought it. That's my input, man.
Yeah, I love it. No, and again, just anybody real quick. Videos are tough. I was just telling somebody the other day about, I'm the king of and this is bad for me, but it's what I end up doing. I usually have like an hour, and I'm like, all right, I got the camera, I got my gimbal. Hey, meet me downtown Aurora. We'll be there in 20 minutes. We're gonna get out of the car. We walk somewhere real fast. We do like 3 angles, and then I'm out of there. That's the
Before the cops come. Before the cops come. What are you doing over here? Why are you in this abandoned building, man?
Right, exactly. And like I totally get it.
I already know him at the precinct. Hey, BRM is at that tunnel again.
Good.
Can you go get BRM? He's at the tunnel.
Here's the key, Matt. Here's the key.
Yeah.
But I get it.
You know the tunnel where the other lady kept kicking? He kept kicking that tunnel. He's at that tunnel. Can you go get him?
Leave him.
I don't know what's wrong with these people in this tunnel.
I don't know how many times I've had to play the cop. Like, I'm good. Like, we good. This is my son. He's actually videoing. He's actually videoing. We good. He's my son. I can steal him. Like, you know, we good. We good, man. But anyways, yeah, I mean, put some time and effort into it if at all possible, and try to get that extra shot sometimes. Because like Marrio said, like one more shot or something like that could have maybe finished that video off like beautifully. You know, so. But,
lighting is like you can set a vibe with lighting. You can go anywhere, and if you got the right lighting and stuff, you can just transform a whole area into whatever you want. You know, so I've been experimenting with that too. For anybody that's doing music videos, like you have different lenses, you have different you know, depth. If you have like a fence in front, you could be super creative with background and lighting. Man.
People underestimate YouTube, man. You can literally go on YouTube.
Facts.
And they'll teach you how to shoot a whole video in your bedroom and make it look like you rented.
And it'll be like exactly. So,
and you're like, yo, they did that in a 4x4 bedroom. Like what?
Yep.
And it looks crazy. And they.
It's amazing.
And I appreciate you using your son too to help with the camera and all that, teaching him young. That's fire. I know he spits too. Which is super fire.
We're gonna get him into it a little bit more. You know, he seems to take to it, so I don't force him into nothing. So you want to do it, you love it, then do it. If not,
dope.
But you gotta find something to do. I'll tell you that much.
That's a blessing, bro.
You gonna do something.
That's a blessing. My son is showing signs of wanting to be a mechanic, and I'm like, God bless you, because I don't even know what wrench goes to what. I don't know. I don't know what goes anywhere, bro. I'm like, you got the wrong dad.
Yeah, right.
The dad that has his own toolkit and rolls it out all nice and opens the hood and goes, son, I'm going to teach you how to change this oil right here. First of all, I'm in the hood teaching them how to change the oil. I'm already messed up. Sorry, son, you ain't going to learn that with me.
Dad, why your tools, they look brand new?
Oh, these are mommy's tools.
These are mommy's tools.
He's like, Dad, why does your tool say Leslie? Hey, don't worry about that.
Leslie. Oh, man. Hey, well, I appreciate y'all coming on, man. This was fun.
It's an honor, brother, man.
I knew we were going to get into some stuff, and I tried to leave room for that. When you put a bunch of people on who do shows, everybody gonna say something.
This was a breath of fresh air, man.
Yeah, I
for you.
Oh, that's awesome, man. Hey, again, I appreciate y'all tuning in. We'll be back again next week. We're gonna bring some videos. It won't be as fun as it was this week, but y'all tune in, man. We'll have something. We'll have something in store for y'all. I think it's about time for a little contest or something. So we'll throw something out, and we go keep things rolling, man. But Gil, Marrio, man, I know y'all got something coming next. I know guys got something for you next, and whatever it is, it's going to be it's going to be exactly where you want y'all to be, because you guys are stepping back and doing what he's calling you to do, and what I see. So appreciate y'all coming on, man. Stay on for a second so we can chop it up after this. But y'all, we'll see you again next week. And that's it. Peace, y'all.
Grace and peace.
Yo, peace.